Good morning, dear children. Today we are going to continue the chapter punctuation. In previous class, we studied about the capitalization or capital letters. We learned the different uses of capital letters. Today, we will study about the rest of the punctuation marks. The second one is full stop. Dear children, this is the sign of full stop. The full stop represents the longest pause. It indicates the clause of a complete sentence. When sentence completes, we put full stop at the end. The use of full stop we'll study. We use full stop after at the end of assertive or imperative sentences. If the sentence is assertive or declarative sentence or imperative sentence, we use full stop at the end. For example, I'll write a sentence on the board. For example, verb is worship. Verb is worship. We know it's assertive sentence, so we use full stop at the end. It tells us the sentence is complete. Okay. Then the full stop is used after abbreviations and initials. After abbreviations and initials, we use full stop. For example, when we write MA, we use full stops after abbreviations. It is the short form of Master of Arts. Clear? After the initials also, we use, for example, SP Sharma. SP Sharma. It's the short form of the name of person. Initial we call it. After the initials also we put full stop. But when the abbreviation ends with the final letter of the full word, we prefer to omit the full stop. Clear? We drop the full stop if the abbreviation ends with the final letter of the full word. For example, the short form of Mr. is, and when we write the full word, what spelling do we get? M-I-S-T-E-R. Here the word is ending with R and the abbreviation is also ending with R. So in this case, we do not put full stop at the end of the abbreviation. After the abbreviation, we do not use the full stop because it is ending with the last word, letter of the full word. Clear? Next is point number 3, comma. This is the sign of comma. Clear? Dear children, let us learn the different uses of comma. We use comma to separate two or more words of the same part of speech. We use comma to separate two or more words of the same part of speech. For example, see the examples. It was a bright, sunny and windy day. Here we can see two or more words of the same part of speech. Here we can see bright, sunny, windy. These three are the adjectives. These three words are qualifying to the noun day. Clear? So, two or more words of the same part of speech are separated by using comma. Bright, comma, sunny and windy day. Clear? Next example, sugarcane, jute, tea and coffee are grown in India. We can see in this example, sugarcane, jute, tea, coffee, these all words are nouns. Clear? So these words are separated by using commas. See the next point. Dear children, we use comma to separate a name in a sentence. To separate a name in a sentence. How? Come in, come in, come and run. So here we have separated the name by using comma. Next example, Jenny, give me your book. Here names are separated from in the sentence by using the comma. Okay, the next rule is to separate a group of words that says something extra in a sentence. To separate the group of words that says something extra in a sentence. See here, Samudragupta, having defeated the neighboring kings, led his armies in Deccan. Here we can see the group of words having defeated the neighboring kings. Having defeated a neighboring kings. These are the words, group of words which says something extra about Samudragupta. Clear? So these kind of words are separated by using commas. Samudragupta, comma, having defeated the neighboring kings, comma, led his armies in Deccan. Dear children, in the sentence, to separate the subordinating clauses and the principal clauses also we use commas. Next is, let's see other rules. The next is, when words of the same class go together in pairs. When words of the same class go together in pairs, each pair is separated by a comma. See the example, rich and poor, high and low, young and old. You can see here all these pairs are opposite words. Clear? They all are of the same class and they go together in a sentence and they are separated by using commas. Rich and poor, comma, high and low, comma, young and old, comma, all must die. Clear? Next is, most commonly before the introduction of the direct speech. Dear children, in direct speech, after the introducing verb, we put comma in direct speech. Then next is to mark off yes, no, well, etc. When these type of words are in a sentence, they are separated by using comma.